We are just a week away from transfer deadline day occurring and a bunch of teams switching up their squads drastically. There's a lot to cover in terms of the news and the transfer market today, and I'm going to get through as much as I possibly can. Hi, everybody. I'm Sideline Sedo. Welcome to the Sideline Sedo YouTube channel. I cover all things Premier League, Liverpool, and just generally related to football. So if any of those things interest you, consider subscribing. And let's get into the news, starting with Gabri Veiga. Gabri Veiga, very recently, I spoke about how he was set to join Napoli. It seemed like a big move. There was a lot of Premier League teams interested: Arsenal, City, Liverpool. I think even Chelsea was sniffing around Gabri Veiga. Then he was linked to a move to Napoli. And as things are in the transfer market, you know, out of nowhere, he just switched up and he's going to al-Ahly of all places. Honestly, just shocking move. Very shocking. Like, Ruben Neves was shocking. Neymar was kind of shocking. A lot of the big stars that moved have been shocking. But when you see somebody like Gabri Veiga, I believe he's 19 years old. He's a highly, highly touted prospect in Spain and was linked to many teams. I think he had 11 goals in La Liga last season. Going to the Saudi Pro League at that age, and I've seen some more rumors online, which I don't know how much credence they have, but rumor is that 2024, 2025, they're going to be looking to go for the likes of like Vinicius and players of that caliber, which if they start throwing around cash for that, who knows how the whole world of football will morph as a result. But very shocking move, but major signing for al-Ahly. This might be one of the biggest signings based on just the age and how sudden it is. You know, he's a big top prospect in the world. Now he's going to play in the Saudi Pro League. There's no word on the length of the contract or the fee. It says Saudi side want to invest on world's best talents. Now they also got the gem Gabri Veiga. Moving forward, Dave Akop has a story about how there's no follow-up to Piero Hincapié interest on Liverpool's end. He has the same agent as Moise Caicedo. I feel like that could be a roadblock in potentially keeping this from going through or materializing. I think he could be an interesting player for Liverpool. He could play left back, he could play center back. He's young, I believe 22 or 21 or 23, right around that range. But left-footed as well. And I don't know. I don't know what Liverpool's going to do in terms of a defender, but if it was Piero Hincapié, I would assume the deal would be done by now. So I would say, based on my estimations, and take this with a grain of salt, but he's probably not a like legit target for Liverpool if this is how, you know, the Liverpool media is writing about him. But moving forward, this is from at CFCPYS. Breaking, Maurizio Pochettino would like to speak to Romelu Lukaku to see the feasibility of integrating him into the squad this season. This is a kind of crazy move. Comment down below if you're a Chelsea fan or if you're just a general football fan and you have very strong opinions on this, because I don't know how I would feel as a Chelsea fan. You spent like $1 billion and you still have Lukaku and he might start for you or might be coming off the bench. Feels kind of, I don't know. It feels like very wayward. Maybe it's what they need though. I've been saying that Chelsea lack firepower. They lack a proper 9, and obviously Chelsea have like the number 9 curse. But at the end of the day, what I would say is, based on the current setup of Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku could maybe put in a shift for them, especially with, you know, just how grueling the Premier League seasons are getting and the added stoppage time that teams are going through. Lukaku could be a welcome addition for Chelsea, but I'd love to see what Chelsea fans have to say about this, because I feel like this is a monumental kind of signal as to where Chelsea might invest before the window shuts, if they do make any investments in the next week. Moving forward, a deal that's getting finalized here. 90% of the deal is complete, according to stuff on West Ham's end, according to Fabrizio Romano. The package is 45 million euro for Mohamed Kudus of Ajax. Kudus is a player who I would have loved to see at Liverpool. I think when he played against Liverpool in the Champions League for Ajax, he looked electric. He is a top talent. Lucas Paqueta seems like he's going to stay. They have Kudus, Bowen's still there. Ward-Prowse. They're looking at El Nasiri. They have decent center backs. They're really building a fairly solid side out in West London for West Ham. But I would say that this is a very just like statement signing by them. There's not too many very creative players left at West Ham at like this attacking mid kind of role. There are some, you have your Ben Ramas, but long away are the days of Dimitri Payet or Manuel Lanzini. I don't believe he's at the club anymore, but I could be mistaken on that. Moving forward, though, big deal though. Mohamed Kudus. Moving forward, another kind of shocking Premier League signing for a kind of lower end side. No offense to West Ham or Nottingham Forest, but they're like mid-table to lower mid-table. I would say Gonzalo Montiel, a right back from Argentina. If you're familiar with football at all, you'll know that he won the World Cup with Argentina. So now World Cup winner, I should say, is gonna be applying his craft at Nottingham Forest, and credit to them. It's on loan, 11 million buy clause. I think he's gonna do really well for them. I'm interested to see how Serge Aurier kind of fits into the puzzle and how they're gonna incorporate the both of them, but still very quality player for them to pick up. Moving forward, this is some of the biggest news of the day. Matheus Nunes, a player who Liverpool is also linked with a few times in the last year. Now Man City are looking to sign Matheus Nunes, and man, he would be a devastating signing for him. Total proposal around 50 mil euros with add-ons. He's already accepted City as his destination. Personal terms have been agreed, which feel like a formality with City regardless. But this is just proof that City are really well run, and he would be a very great fit for them. And I'm gonna be very upset if they do sign him, because he's gonna ball out at City, and then it's just gonna be a big what if for Liverpool. But regardless, switching sides of Manchester from blue to red, we're going to talk about Man United, who are activating a £15 million buyback clause for James Garner from Everton. This is a blow for Everton. I believe Garner was getting some, not like monumental, but considerable game time at Everton. And Mason Mount has an injury. So it seems like United is just like, we're going to go and we're just going to get a player who can be a stopgap for us. That feels what this, that's what this feels like. He could probably put in a shift for, off the bench for a couple seasons, but within 4 or 5 years time, he'll probably be getting shipped out of Old Trafford, I would assume, without much fanfare. But finally, the last story, and this is kind of like a curveball story for everybody, coming out of Saudi Arabia. And there's been some kind of crazy news surrounding al-ittihad. Jota, the former Celtic forward who signed with al-ittihad, apparently might be leaving. He might be having another move this window where he leaves the Saudi Pro League, or maybe transfers to another Saudi club, who knows. Apparently Nuno Espirito Santos is informing al-ittihad that Benzema doesn't fit into his tactical style. He doesn't see him in his plans, and he didn't want to sign him in the first place, and now it's causing a lot of tension. He also rejected Benzema's request for the captain's armband, apparently, and this isn't necessarily great news for the Saudi club. And at the end of the day, I feel like this is just kind of a microcosm of the bigger issues going on in that league, probably behind the scenes, and just how difficult it is to suddenly, inject a league with so much eyes and star power without really kind of settling things, so to speak. But comment down below, what do you think of all these transfers, all this football news? A lot of stuff has came out in the last day regarding the transfer market and just general news related to football. So there's a lot to discuss. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like, and also consider subscribing if you haven't already. I cover all things football, Liverpool, the Premier League and beyond on the channel. So if any of those things interest you, consider joining the channel. Thank you once again so much for watching. It really means the world to me. I'm Sideline Sedo. Peace.